So Carly, could you start please by just giving us the list of the health conditions that you're wrestling with?
I'll have to read it from my phone as there's a lot. So I have angioedema causing anaphylaxis, and that is because my blood doesn't make the C1 protein. I have rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome type 3, which means I'm really hypermobile, fibromyalgia, upper cervical instability, which is why I wear a neck collar when I'm out and about, especially on buses, because my head does this and then it causes seizures and I lose my vision in my right eye. I've got mast cell activation syndrome, where my cells in my body don't talk to each other. POTS, which is postural or something tachycardia syndrome, so my blood pressure rises and drops too quick, and so does my heart rate. A functional neurological disorder, so I suffer with mainly foot drop in my left foot, so I trip over quite a lot. Bursitis in both hips and shoulders, they're just painful. Chronic fatigue syndrome, also known as ME, really hard to deal with on a daily basis. Central sleep apnea, which is different from obstructive sleep apnea, so when I go to sleep, my brain goes to sleep and forgets to tell me to breathe. TMJ in my jaw, I think it's all part of my hypermobility, so both sides of my jaw dislocate, and then I get like lockjaw sometimes. I suffer with panic attacks, anxiety, depression, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, polycystic ovarian syndrome, emotional unstable personality disorder. I'm on the autistic spectrum. I've got ADHD, and at the moment we're investigating stiff person syndrome because I keep having muscle spasms, mainly in my limbs.
I see. Right, thank you. And in terms of the number of sort of medications that you're taking in the course of a day, you know, what does that look like?
I probably take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I take 14 different medications, but obviously some of them are 4 times a day, some of them are 2 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's my basic list, but obviously like Cocodamol I can take up to 8 times a day. So I probably take at least 30 tablets a day.
Right, okay.
And that includes morphine, codeine, tramadol and diazepam every day.
Okay. And so if you were saying, you know, in terms of how your days can range from what's an average day, then what's a good day and what's a bad day?
So an average day, I will wake up and my pain is a 4 out of 10 straight off. I live from a 4 out of 10. By the end of the day, it's normally an 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
That bad days, I will start at a 7 or 8 out of 10 and be in a 10 out of 10 by lunchtime, crying, needing more medication, especially things like codeine, diazepam, morphine, tramadol. Good days, my pain levels still start at 4 but may only rise to a 6.
And in terms of that, how that means in terms of you going about your day, you know, inside and outside, you know, in terms of your level of your range of mobility and what activity you can do.
So mobility wise, as I said, I normally wear a neck collar. Sometimes I have to wear splints on my feet. I've got all types of support and braces for all parts of my body because of having Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I dislocate everything, mainly my shoulders, my hips, my knee, my feet, my thumbs, my wrists, my jaw.
And how often may you dislocate, did you say, across a week?
I probably dislocate 6-8 times in a week.
Right.
And that can range from hips to my thumb popping out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you do on each occasion? But do you just do it, pop
Pop it back in.
Right. Okay.
The only ones I really struggle with are hips, because obviously there's so many nerves around them that it's hard, and my right shoulder, because that doesn't dislocate as often as the left shoulder, so I find it more painful to pop it back in myself.
Okay.
Sorry, that's my cats running around.
Okay. And so, and then you obviously got introduced to come to the BioCharged the other day, to use the BioCharger. So, what was your experience of coming along, meeting the group and using the BioCharge?
So it was my first experience of the BioCharge, and I went with my mum, and I was really nervous about going in, because I don't like going into new places, making eye contact, speaking to new people. But I was really welcomed by Niall, and when we went on the BioCharge, I could feel my hands warm up and like get like a pulse through them. And I went to bed that night and I was energised but tired, slept really well. And since then I woke up the following 2 days and my pain was 0 out of 10. And throughout the day, and I had overdone it because I didn't feel pain, it rose to about a 2 out of 10. And now we're like, what, 5 days on, 6 days on, my pain levels are starting at like a 1 out of 10, but only raising to a 2 out of 10 throughout the day. So, and I'm just feeling so much more energised and less tired.
And in terms of your activity over those days, and what you managed to do?
A lot more than what I usually do. So I even managed to have like a walk around Malden Hall Park the other day. I did a Zumba class for the first time in months, and I managed to do the whole class, only low impact, but I did it. I've definitely been able to do more during the day. So like, normally I wouldn't be able to, for instance, cut the grass and sweep the floor and have a shower on the same day. I'd be able to do all 3 of those. But yeah, I have to then remember to pull myself back because I don't want to overdo it.
Yeah. Okay. And what are your thoughts on coming back?
Definitely going to come back. I did plan in my head of only coming once a month, but actually I think I'd probably benefit from it once a week at least. Yeah. Sorry, that's my cat's going mad around me.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, lovely. Well, thanks for sharing.
Thank you.